Welcome to today's Dynamics 365 Tech Talk. The topic of today is Project to Profit Business Process Overview. My name is Henrik, and I'll be your moderator today. Presenting for us today from Microsoft, we have Lalita, Senior FastTrack Solution Architect, and Mathieu, also Senior FastTrack Solution Architect. Lalita, over to you.
Thanks, Henrik, and welcome everyone. So let's get started with today's agenda. During this session, we will cover a high-level overview of Project to Profit, including the flow, benefits, and stakeholders involved, exploration of level 2 business process areas related to Project to Profit, with few high-level use cases and demos. Also, we will share the resources related to Project to Profit, and in the end, we take questions. So first thing, I would like to show how our Project to Profit recently published business process catalog looks like. So we talk about Project to Profit catalog in 4 levels. Level 1 being the end-to-end process, level 2 being business process areas like plan projects, manage project delivery. At level 3, we cover specific business processes within an area, such as plan project tasks, assign project resources, etc. And please note, this is not the complete list. Just for the tech talk, I have picked few to give you all a better understanding of business process catalog hierarchy. Now, at level 4, we talk about specific scenarios. We also refer them as patterns under each business processes, like different ways of planning project tasks by importing from Microsoft Project to project operations or from Excel, etc. Mostly this catalog is product agnostic. Level 4 is where you see us talk about ways to do the business processes in a product. And we talk more about Dynamics 365 project operations at level 4. Hopefully, this would have given a good level overview of the catalog if anyone not familiar with levels. On that note, I will hand off to Mathieu to cover in detail.
Thanks, Lalita and Henrik, for this introduction. So let's dive into Project to Profit overview. So the Project to Profit process encompasses the entire life cycle of project management and delivery. It is interconnected with various other end-to-end business processes, such as prospect to quote, source to pay, plan to produce, record to report, and service to cash. In this presentation, we'll demonstrate how Microsoft can support your business needs through the Project to Profit process. This business process consists of 6 L2 business processes: develop project strategy, manage project contract, plan project, manage project delivery, manage project financial, and analyze project performance. We'll explore each of these processes in detail throughout the presentation. Now let's talk about the key benefit of Project to Profit. So the key benefits of Project to Profit are better alignment of business strategy and project portfolio. So it's effective project governance ensures clarity regarding project deliverables, clearly defines goals and objectives, help assess where proposed solution align with the business strategy, with specific requirements and measure success. Increase profitability. Implementing the Project to Profit process allows project-oriented organization to define new revenue streams, enhance operation efficiency, and optimize resource utilization. This leads to improve profitability and long-term success. Dynamics 365 Project Operations automates key aspects of this process, enhancing visibility and maximizing profitability. Improve customer experience, analyzing business processes and designing customer-centric solutions enables better service delivery. This results in increased customer satisfaction, repeat business, and positive referrals. Better resource management. The Project to Profit process empowers organizations to efficiently manage resources, staff, and material. This boosts productivity, reduce waste, and optimize resource allocation. Dynamics 365 Project Operations aids in estimating resources demand, finding optimal solutions, and managing resource schedule across projects. Enhance competitive position. Continuously monitor of profitability allow project-oriented organizations to stay ahead of competitors. They can adapt to market change and customer needs, differentiating themselves effectively. Greater operational agility and flexibility. The project-to-profit process fosters agility and flexibility. Organization can swiftly respond to market dynamics, customer requirements, and emerging opportunities, maintaining a competitive edge. Now let's look up our key stakeholders. Our key stakeholders are executive sponsor, a senior leader who can champion the project, ensuring alignment with the organization strategy and securing necessary resources and funding. Project manager, oversee the project, leading the team, managing the plan and schedule, ensuring that the project meets its scope, timeline, and budget. Our IT department implements and maintains the technology infrastructure, ensuring hardware and software are in place, secure and meet technical requirements. Business process owner, responsible for specific business process, working with the project team to ensure the project meets their needs. Finance department, manage financial planning, reporting, and analysis, ensuring that the project aligns with budgeting, forecasting, and profitability processes. Sales and marketing team, generate revenue and ensure the project aligns with their process, such as lead generation and customer relationship management. And finally, business user. A user will record his activity related to the project, like time or expense. Let's see the first part for project profit business processes. So the project profit business processes is broken down into following L2 processes, which are solution agnostic. Develop project strategy. So develop project strategy include the procedures, policy, and structure that are essential for managing recurring activities that deliver specific product or services. Effective strategy of these processes is vital for maintaining efficiency, boosting productivity, and driving growth. Manage contract. In the project contract management process, the aim is to gather client requirements, estimate resources, calculate costs, create a proposal, and present it to the customer. The goal is to define a precise scope, establish a timeline, and set a budget for the project. Plan projects. Tracking resources and schedule is crucial for maintaining project health and ensuring successful outcome. It's covering regular monitoring, so scheduling regular checking to compare actual progress against your baseline. This will identify deviation early and allow for timeline corrective action. Resource allocation, ensure efficiency allocation of resources. Utilize project management tools to track resources usage and availability. Risk management, identify potential risks that could impact your schedule of resources, and develop a proactive mitigation plan. Stakeholder communication, keep stakeholders informed about project progress and any change to the schedule or resources. Transparent communication, manage expectation and gain support. Continuous improvement, after project completion, conduct a retrospective to evaluate what worked well and what didn't. Use this insight to enhance future project planning and execution. Manage project delivery. The managed project delivery business process is crucial for ensuring that all project tasks, activities, and milestones are completed as planned. This process helps deliver final outcome to stakeholders efficiently and on time. Key activities in this phase can include design, development, testing, documentation, and quality assurance. Manage project financial. This area is indeed crucial for ensuring the financial health of a project and by extension of the organization. By focusing on accurate financial data management, it helps in maintaining a healthy cash flow, preventing financial risks, and ensuring timeline payments. Finally, monitor and analyze project performance. The monitor and analyze project performance business process area focuses on systematically monitoring, assessing, and evaluating various project elements. By monitoring project performance and conducting in-depth analysis, project manager and stakeholder can gain valuable insights, make informed decisions, and take any corrective action that is required. So, as I mentioned just on the previous slide, we have, I would say, 6 L2 business processes, and each with its own set of L3 sub-processes. So, for example, for develop project strategy, we can develop program charter or deliver project approvals. For manage project contract, you can estimate your project contract, process project changes request. For plan project, for sure you have to plan project resources, but you also can forecast project resources. For manage project delivery, you can control project scope and produce project materials. For manage project financial, we for sure invoice project milestone, recognize project revenue, for example. And for analyze project performance, we can monitor project risk, also measure project progress. Let's consider a specific example to understand how certain L3 business process interact with project to profit business process. So we'll take an example in this TED Talk. So let's consider this scenario. Contoso Robotics USA is a company that specializes in installing conveyor system for warehouses. Recently, they have been awarded a new project to install a state-of-the-art conveyor system for their client, Adatum Corporation. This project is crucial for Adatum Corporation as it aims to enhance their warehouse efficiency and streamline their operation. Throughout this project, Contoso Robotics USA will leverage the powerful capability of Microsoft Dynamics 365 project operation. So let's move to the first L2 processes, so develop project strategy. So to effectively develop a project strategy, we need to follow these 4 L3 business processes. So develop program charter. So create a document outlining the project objective, scope, participant, vision, mission, and goals to ensure alignment with the organization's strategic objectives. Develop project management strategy. Establish a methodology, tools, and techniques for managing the project, including the project management framework and software to ensure consistency and efficiency. Develop project governance strategy. Set up the governance structure, define roles and responsibility, and establish decision-making process to ensure control and transparent process management. Define project approval process, outline criteria and procedures for approving project deliverables and milestones, including the approval hierarchy and required documentation to ensure all outputs meet required standard before implementation. By following these steps, we can develop a robust project strategy that provides a clear roadmap for successful project execution and delivery. Now, let's move to the, second business process, L2, so manage project contract. So here to manage project contract effectively and ensure smooth project execution, it's essential to follow these key L3 business process. Estimate project contract, so define the scope, resources, and cost to ensure clear understanding and mitigate risk. Negotiate project contracts, agree on all terms to reduce dispute and foster strong business relationship. Finalize project contract, confirm terms, obtain approvals, and prepare the contract for execution. Maintain project contract, so manage ongoing compliance, track performance, and handle amendments. Process project change request, evaluate, approve, and implement change in a controlled manner. And finally, define project stakeholders, identify key stakeholders to ensure project success. By adhering to these processes, organizations can ensure projects are completed on time, within budget, and to the satisfaction of all stakeholders. Now, we are on the first use case. So, following negotiation between Adatum Corporation and Contoso Robotics USA, both parties have agreed to install the conveyor system by end of December on a time and material basis. The contract specifies that invoice should be sent at the end of each month. Now let's see how it could work in Microsoft Dynamics 365 project operation. So first we'll go to the sales part. As we have to create a project contract. So I will go to my project contract and create a new one. So first I will define the name, installation of the conveyor. I will select my customer, Adatum. I need to select a price list. So here you have the possibility to either choose an existing price list or create a new price list. So let's select the standard price list. I would say the request delivery date, as we said, will be the end of this year. So select the end of this year. So as we are finished, now we can save the contract. And then the contract line details. So I'll go to the contract line details. And I will add a new contract line. So here, you can select the same name, installation. So we have to select the billing method. We have agreed that it will be a time and material, but we can also define fixed price. Later on, we can associate the project. Here you will define if you want to, include time, expense, materials, or product that is required. You can also define the, contracted amount if we have, but here it's time and material, so it's not, required. Then you can define the role that are charged or not. So here we'll let this as is, but you can do also the same thing for project category. Then you define the purchase schedule. So here you will define that, as we said, it should be, send invoice at the last day of the month. And we'll start to bill, beginning of next month. So we can generate already the invoice schedule. Here you can see that all the invoices are ready, but we have the cutoff date. So the cutoff date will be the 29th of April, and we'll send the invoice on the 30th of April. We have not run this process, but when we run this process, you can see the status changing. This concludes this demonstration. Now I will hand over to Lalita to the next L2 business process. So over to you, Lalita.
Next business process area is plan projects. So this business process area involves laying the foundational plan for successful project execution. It includes resource planning, scope definition, task planning, etc. If you see plan project resources, the first L3, it is we begin by identifying the skill sets and availability needed to deliver the project, following the project contract sign-offs, whether it is consultants, developers, field engineer. Getting the right people lined up is crucial. And define project scope. We clarify the project scope. What exactly are we delivering and what are we not delivering? That is very important to manage stakeholder expectations and avoid any scope creep later. Next is plan project tasks. With the scope defined, we can break the work down into discrete tasks, assign timelines, and structure our project plan in a way that is trackable and manageable, and assign project resources to tasks once identified based on their skill set. And forecast project resources, very important one, because we don't just look at the now. We should forecast what resourcing will look like in the future. So this allows managers to proactively manage bandwidth and avoid bottlenecks. And of course, no plan is complete without the budget. So it's important to track spend against plan and track proactive actions if needed. So we tried our best to capture most of the L3s as per the industry standard processes. Now let's see a use case here. I picked up plan project resources to demo this in project operations. So the use case is project manager at Contoso Robotics needs to plan the appropriate resources to ensure the successful installation. So let's see how a project manager can plan resources to complete the specific project tasks with the help of a resource recommendation feature in Dynamics 365 project operations. Let's go to the projects and select a project here. Go to tasks. We have 3 tasks created and assigned to 3 different roles: program manager, network technician, and consulting lead. Now let's navigate to the Teams tab and select consulting lead role here and click on suggest resources. This opens list of resource recommendations for consulting lead role. we can see these are all the resources under Contoso Consulting with the scores. If you want to view more info about a resource, click on View More Details. As you can see, Jill's availability, cost impact, score, and skill match here. Now, if you go back, you can also compare two resources. Let's select Jill and Martin. And based on the experience, cost impact, and availability here, you can pick the right resource to complete the task. Additionally, you also have an option to shortlist the resources. Once you finalize the right resource to finish the task, you can click on Continue Booking. Next business process area is Manage Project Delivery. So this area ensures the actual execution of project tasks aligns with the plan, monitoring activities and controlling scope and costs, and is key to tracking the work that is delivered on a project. Again, like I said, these are all the standard industry business processes that we tried capturing. This has almost 9 to 11, I believe, L3s here. Govern projects and control scope to maintain the alignment with the project charter. So tracking time and expenses, fees, using different ways. I will show that in next demo video, how we can do that within Dynamics 365 project operations. There are multiple ways to track the time and expenses, and purchase and produce materials, manage subcontracting and communication. So the material that is needed to complete the project, it's important to track that. And subcontracting and material procurement, like I said before, they are integrated and tracked in the system. So these are all the L3s that we captured. Please post your questions, just a gentle reminder in the chat. Contoso Robotics begins work on the conveyor system for ADITM Corporation. So engineers and consultants, because they started the work, they will log their time against the project. Project managers, they reviews and approves the submitted time entries to keep delivery on track. So that's the use case. And now let's see how this can be done in project operations. Go to time entries in Dataverse, click on new time entry and fill in the info like duration. I'm going to give 6 hours here. Give the project name. You can enter your time at task level 2 if needed. I'll give description as workshop and save and close. Just verify all details are good and click submit. And now it will go to approver to review and approve the time entries. Since I have approver role, I can go and approve the time entry here. Click approve. Okay. So now time entry actuals gets generated here and it will flow down to finance and operations. So this is how you track your project time in project operations. Next business process area is manage project financials. So this area focuses on managing the financial data that is associated with project related activities. It involves generating, processing, and reviewing invoices according to the contractual arrangements, because a couple of them might have time and material, a couple of them might have fixed price. It depends on the arrangement. It also involves tracking payments, correcting project transactions, and recognizing project revenue. So manage project financials business process ensures the accuracy of the financial data that is linked to the project stakeholders involved in this area are project managers, accountants, finance department, and executive leadership. So I picked up one of the L3s here, that is invoice project transactions to demo. Let's say Contoso Robotics has a time and material contract. Like I said, it could be any kind of contract. So I picked up time and material here. So this means the client pays based on the actual work done, specifically the hours logged by consultants. So let's see how this can be done in project operations. Go to project contracts in Dataverse and see the actuals that got generated through time entry approvals. We have the cost, unbilled sales here because this is time and materials project. Now let's go to time and material backlogs and look out for this transaction here. Since it is a time entry transaction, we can see transaction type is time. Now let's go and mark this transaction is ready to invoice. Let's make sure billing status is updated as ready to invoice. Now let's go to contracts again. To generate this invoice, so click on project contracts. Click on create invoice. And we should see project baselines with the right project and billing status. Amount $960. Since all the details are good, let's go and confirm the invoice. And we can see this invoice proposal status as confirmed here. And as we know in project operations, all the financials are handled in finance and operations. So let's go to finance and operations. We need to run the import job to see the invoice proposal in F&O. So once this job is done, let's go to all projects. Job is done. Now let's go to all projects. Select your project. It's LA test. And click on project invoice proposal. And here we see the invoice proposal and contract ID, legal entity and invoice amount, etc. So go ahead and click on post. And verify the details here. Invoice proposal. Client is A-Datum Corporation. And we have the contract ID here. Invoice date. Click OK. Okay, now let's go to all projects and click on invoice journals. So invoice is posted. Invoice proposal is posted, by the way. Yeah, we can see all the details here in the invoice transactions, amount, sales price, number of hours, description, everything. You can also go to voucher transactions to see all the financial transactions here. And the final business process area is analyze project performance. This area focuses on systematically monitoring, assessing, and evaluating various project elements, like how much of the project scope is already delivered, what remains, what are the project costs and revenue, are there any risks, issues, that's preventing the project from progressing. So all these elements can be covered here. Generally, stakeholders involved in this area are project managers, sponsors, finance controllers. Let's see a quick use case on this one. So I just picked one of the L3s, that is monitor project status, where Contoso Consulting USA project manager wants to create an internal status report, and how this can be created in Dynamics 365. Let's see that. So here, let's go to all projects, click on Copilot. This is a new feature. So now the status report is automatically generated with the help of Copilot. That is the internal one. As you can see, the status of the project, which is green, and the budget, summary, and financials, task completion on, and milestone completion. So all the details is generated by Copilot. This is a very recent feature in project operations. Now let's see a couple of resources in the next slide. So we created a lot of content around Project to Profit. Like I mentioned before, we recently published latest business process catalog, which has all the industry standard business processes at different levels, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Please take a look. It's in the GitHub. And we have a couple of L1s, L2s articles documented already, and L3s, it's ongoing. If anyone interested to contribute, please do let us know. Please do reach out to us. And you can also raise a request in GitHub. And documentation where you can find all the relevant information about project operations too. We are sharing it here, learning paths. And we also do have a Tech Talk series that covers all the aspects of project operations. Okay, I'll hand it off to Henrik Yu for closure comments. But whoever is commenting about the product, we will definitely go through all your comments and see what we can do for product-related tech talks.
I would like to extend a big thank you to Lalita and Mathieu, our presenters, and to the audience